All right, can everybody hear me now? Yep. I think we're good to go. Got the stream live. Let's make sure we're good on YouTube. Restream. Yep, good to go there. All right, guys. I don't really know what's going on with the market today, but we are live on stream and we're here for a few reasons and a few reasons only. We're here to help people build community and feel more connected is really what we are here to do. And we help people do that by answering their community questions and their communication questions in hopes that they can go use that information to build better relationships in their life. That's what we're here to do. So questions about community, questions about communication, how you can navigate conflict you're experiencing there. We're happy to answer your questions on that, see what we can get going for you. And then we also like to help people feel a bit less stressed with a good laugh in the morning. So any dog poop horror stories? I heard a great dog poop horror story yesterday. I'm not going to share it though, because they're not on stream. So they can come on stream and share it if they want to. I'll share my personal dog poop horror stories, but never somebody else's. Speaking of that, guys, I went and did a poop scoop this past weekend. We'll see if they become a client. Let's actually check our messages. We won't text them back at 7 a.m., but we'll see if they have responded to us. Make a note of it tomorrow. Yeah, nothing right now. That's okay. We also need to turn off Do Not Disturb, so that we're good to go there. I did a poop scoop this weekend, and it was literally the easiest thing ever because they had a very well put together yard. You know, they're in West Austin. And if you live in Austin, you know, West Austin is the place you want to be for people who have homes that are nice, right? They just take care of their homes. They care about their homes. They have the money to care about their homes. Whereas other spots in Austin, maybe they do, maybe they don't. You never know. But West Austin, you're pretty much always going to get that. So they had a really nice yard and their dog was trained well, only pooped in one part of the yard. So I was doing a free poop scoop for them, hoping to help them out. Right. And I did. And it was easy. It was pretty chill. So no horror stories from this weekend, just good vibes from people who take care of their yard, which I appreciate a lot. Let's see. So yeah, we come on stream to help people get connected, come on stream to help people laugh, get a little less stressed in the morning when they're going to work or doing whatever they need to be doing. And we do that. You can call in, text into the show at 512-591-6138 with your name, city, and topic to join the call queue. And, you know, if you do that, we'll give you a call right here on stream and we'll talk to you about your community question, your communication question, your dog poop horror story, or your favorite dog story. So that's what we're really looking to do on stream. Yeah, that's the stream. We always like to trade in the beginning. And guys, I was looking at the markets today a little bit before I hopped on. We had something take a high recently. We had the stock in Q take a high recently. It took the 10 p.m. high, but it took the 10 p.m. high at 5 a.m. in that kind of 1 hour stretch. And also in that stretch, after exceeding that high, it went down into the order block. So I think the most recent thing we've touched in terms of liquidity is an internal liquidity in that we hit this 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. order block. So I should be trading it from this order block up into this next high at 6 p.m., which target would be 26.018. And we're about 21 points away from that right now, 20 points away from that. And there's not really a spot for me to enter on the 1 minute. I'm also trying to see. The chart's just not looking too hot today. If we had done the first fair value gap after the CISD out of the order block, that one would have lost actually on that entry, but it did CISD on us going into the entry, so we wouldn't have wanted to trade that. Yeah, there just hasn't been a bunch of great stuff in terms of trades, but we're still looking for something to the next high because we touched 25% of the order block, and that's what we're trading. Liquidity to liquidity. And for this to happen, guys, what we really need is bullish fair value gap on the 1 minute and it takes a high, showing we have a good kind of state of delivery on our side, and it needs to be able to pull back such that it's in the discount, and then I'll take it long. I don't know if it has enough room to do that though before it reaches the next high, so it kind of needs to go down a bit more. And we had this situation a little bit at 621 and 622. It created a fair value gap twice, took a high, so we had our CISD. It has come back into that since and hasn't gone up to win, from what I understand. 994, 986. I mean, it's hit 1R, so we probably would have got tagged at break even. So yeah, the market's just not looking too hot today. I don't know if there'll be a trade for us to take in the next hour, so I'll probably just be here present with you guys on the stream unless Theo pops in and was like, hey, there's a trade coming up. Switch out. Switch out. Then I'll do that. But for now, I'm just here with you guys on the stream, chilling. We'll jump into a community segment or a communication segment here shortly. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Let's see. Get rid of all this. Go to that. Keep that up. You can learn to love again. Here we go. Mixing people up. I'm curious if this is something people struggle with. Our communication segment today is on connecting with people. You do that by becoming genuinely interested in others. You do that by remembering key details that they share. And I don't know. I'm just curious if remembering key details, like something that a lot of people struggle with, is mixing people up. Because I do that often, but it's harder to do. Like, people are very unique. It's harder to do than you would think. So I don't know if that is something I really want to talk about. How do I keep from mixing people up? What is a different pain point people are experiencing here when they're trying to communicate with others? I don't know. If you guys have any questions when you're trying to communicate with people, drop them in the chat. This segment is about how do I keep from mixing people up? And I'm just not buying it. When you're trying to remember key details somebody shares, how do I keep from mixing people up? Might be a question one asks. I don't think so. This is what happens when you use ChatGPT to prep and you don't really check your segments beforehand. Like, ChatGPT is great, but it also doesn't have the quality assurance filter for the content that like my own brain has. And so I'm doing these like reviews manually on stream, and usually it was pretty good. Like, all the segments, I think we planned 18 segments or something like that. All of them have been pretty good. They needed a few tweaks, but this one, I don't even know if the question is good. How do I keep from mixing people up? It's less about mixing people up, and it's more about just remembering them in the first place. Because you got to remember the people to mix them up, or remember details to mix them up. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just going to have to skip this segment. On to the next. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, hold up. I said we might not be getting a trade soon, but I think we just got it. Let's see. Um, that's lucky. Lucky. 2602. Eight. Oh, 2.75 to 994.75. I like that. All right, guys. Sorry, I just entered trade mode. Give me a second. 25,994. Is that 8? I think that is 8. This one's a little tough. Not tough at all, actually. All right, if we get this trade, we'll go 25,994. And we're on 16 points. So it's 26,018.75. That's what we're going for. Entering with 12. All right, let's see if we get a fill. We're buying, so it'll be a sell. I'll set up on this trade for now. I'll flip my phone over so I know if it gets filled or not, and so I can set my entry and stuff. Well, there's also you kind of got to watch it. But we had our CISD, we had our fair value gap. It's in the discount. At the point we'll be taking it if it drops back in there. So I'm just hoping we drop 7 points real quick before we go up 16. And then I'll take another winner and hopefully be good to go there. I don't know if it's going to go back down for me, though. It might just go straight to the high. Here we go. And you can learn to love again. You guys want to just come on the stream for my singing abilities? Gracie would roast me for saying that because your boy cannot sing at all. All right, I think it's coming. I'm not going to lie. Part of me wants to just go in with 13 contracts instead of 12 or 14 contracts instead of 12 because I'm at 26,027.38. And if I win this trade, I could go from making $380-ish to, another. I basically only have to make $470. And so I'm like, I could add 2 or 3 more contracts and probably make that. But we're gonna just trade the strat. We're not changing stuff up because if it loses, then I lose more money. So we ain't doing all that, bruh. All right, let's see. We had a push down to 26,005. We needed 26,002.75. It's looking like it's pushing back up now. It has no reason to go to the high without filling this fair value gap first, but the market can often act without a reason. So there's that. We're going to go back to our stream segment a little bit. We're gonna mess with this hook a little bit. Oop. Bible verse of the day. Let's see what we got. As we look not to the things that are 2 Corinthians 4:18. As we look not to the things that are seen, but to the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are transient, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Store up treasures in heaven, ladies and gents. Here we go. Looking for a viral hook for this segment. Guys, I was watching Mr. Beast the other day, and that man's content is just so good. And I'm just like, I know I'm not going to be no Mr. Beast day one, but like, just the constant focus on improvement in a video and willingness to like do what he needs to do to improve the video. His feedback cycle, like everything's just so good. And I'm like, gotta step it up. Oh, pushed up without me. Probably gonna have to cancel this trade now, guys. It's unfortunate. Super unfortunate. Thought I was gonna get filled. Didn't happen. No trade for me. Arrgh. That would have been a good one because it's not hit target yet, but it's gotten within 3 points, and it's gonna go sweep that high. We all know it is. We all know it is, bro. There it goes. Oh, there it goes. Hopped up there. Yeah, that would have been beautiful. So now it swept both highs and it's come back down. That's kind of crazy, actually. So, as crazy as that is, it did sweep both highs. Let's see where it's going to go next. After it swept the high, is there an internal? So an external. Now we're looking for it to go internal. There's a very small fair value gap that has been formed at 6 a.m. That is forming at 6 a.m. that it will probably start heading towards now that it swept these highs. So if I get a change in state of delivery going lower towards this 6 a.m. fair value gap, now that it swept these highs, I will be taking it. I will have to wait until it's around 7:40 though. So 20 minutes. So if it just starts dropping now, I'll miss that move. But if it drops in the next 20 minutes, we'll be good to go there. Okay. Let's look at this viral hook. I vibe with this. I vibe with this. Just gonna create a little little viral clip here. All right, guys, I got this segment. I'm actually kind of excited about this segment. Let's see. Let's pull up those charts again. Oh, we swept the highs. I forgot we swept the highs. Ooh, guys, I'm telling you, the target would have been hit if I had just gotten filled, bro. I just needed a fill. Yeah, that would have got my account funded, which would have been a cool step. We've been funded before, then we blew the account. Just try and get funded again. See if we can pull some money out from trading. I think we have been trading very disciplined-like, and yeah, we've just been hitting a good kind of cadence and rhythm. But right now we need a bearish fair value gap and a CISD coming from this high sweep, and that needs to happen for not for 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, I can be taking this short down into this fair value gap. That is so tiny. I mean, guys, that is so tiny. But it is there. I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. Yeah, it's right there. Oh, just barely. But it's there. It's there, and who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? All right, here we go. We're going to jump into the segment. Let's do it. If you ever feel like you're doing life solo, watch this before you ask for help. A lot of people feel like they never get help from people because they never give it. Here are 3 ways to fill your life with people that'd be happy to help you. The first, you always want to start with offering help. Model what you want and start the relationship with building up some change in your pocket so that they reciprocate that help later. The second thing, we want to do the unreasonable to show up for people. A lot of people are like, yeah, I'll come to your baby shower, or yeah, I'll come to your birthday party. But is it like, yeah, I'll come help you out at 11 p.m. when it's supposed to be my bedtime and you need help then? No, a lot of people don't do that. So when you do the unreasonable, it tells people that you care about them an unreasonable amount. And the third thing, we want to create group chats by neighborhood, organization, or hobby, because you need one place to go to communicate consistently. Because when you're offering help first, in a place where you can communicate consistently, and anytime you have an opportunity, you do the unreasonable, you're going to start to create a community of people that say, I got you. And I love these 3 steps because it reminds me that community starts with 1, I got you, and it ends with a village of I got yous. So do those 3 things, show up for people, love them well. That's the segment. I think my VA can kind of clip that, put that together. I'll actually create a note for her. Look at that. Look at me. Look at me. We'll start minute 24 of 1028 stream. We had a segment. The 1028 stream, we had a segment. Okay. So now I like to dive a bit deeper into these segments while I look at the charts and such. Let's see what the charts are doing for us. Okay. Hold up now. Let's make sure there's no news going on. No news. Oh. We had a red candle going. We have a low created. So we have something where we can take a low. If there's a bearish fair value gap created, that's what we're looking for. Hopefully it doesn't happen for like 7 to 8 minutes, 9 minutes, and then I'll start to be prepped to take that. It looks like it might happen pretty shortly though. So we're going to talk a bit more about this stream segment and we'll kind of look back and forth. But yeah, the whole idea of this segment was that we have the characteristics of community, and one of those is proximity. And to be proximate, we need to offer practical help to people, because in order to be close to people in their life, you have to have a reason to be close to them. And if you're trying to impose your life on their life, you're probably not going to be there for long. So you need to help them out with their life in a practical way. So a lot of people might feel alone in their life. That's kind of what I got. That's what inspired this segment. It's like, why does it feel like no one's around when I really need help? And if you're living a life like that, where you feel like you're alone when you're struggling emotionally, or when you're struggling physically, or when you're struggling with your work, it's like, whether it's professionally, personally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, it's like, whatever it is, it's probably because, let's see. Hold on. Texting my VA. Um, cool. If you're feeling alone, it's probably because this is gonna hit some people hard. Maybe, maybe not. You might be a taker, or you might be surrounded by takers. It's one of the two. If you're a taker, it means you spend a lot of your time focused on yourself, which a lot of people do. A lot of us are takers naturally, but there also has to be a disproportionate amount of giving compared to what we want to do to build up that social capital that you really need. And so when you're not living in community and you are living the normal American life, which is a very individualist life, it's like the real community comes from transactions and how you spend money. And it's like, that's when people will help you, when you can spend money. But it sucks when you don't have money, which a lot of people in America don't have money, right? A lot of people do, but then there's a lot of people that don't. And so if you're one of those people that don't have money, you have to barter or trade or add value with other forms of payment, if you will. And so nobody is useless. I think we just lack creativity when we think with how to be useful. And a lot of that, I will say, comes just naturally in community. When you're baking cookies for somebody who had a hard day, or you're listening to somebody vent who has a toxic workplace, or you're lending a helping hand when somebody needs to move. Like all of those things, offering people help at any point in their life where it makes sense for you to help, it builds a lot of stuff. And relationships, I like this, and it can be misconstrued, so don't take it out of context, but I think relationships are 100-0. I think as far as you're concerned, every relationship you have with somebody should be 100-0. You should go through life not expecting anything from anybody. You should give from a heart of love for that person. And if you get something back, which you typically will, because when you love, a common response to get back is love, it'll be nice, but you don't expect it. Like, you don't rely on it. You don't like hold people accountable to it. It's just nice. You know, you hold it with loose hands, but because you're a loving person, you choose to love. And that's why I go into this, like, offer help first. Gary Vee talks about this. He's like, you're not being kind if you expect something back. You're being manipulative. Like, you're doing something with the intent of getting something back. That's manipulative. Kind is doing something. You just do something and you just leave it there. So I'm pause real quick, check the charts. Had a little push down, no fair value gap created though. It looks like it's holding. Hopefully it holds for, 3-4 more minutes and then has a good push. Honestly though, if it made the fair value gap push right now and then came back up into that fair value gap, it's probably going to happen somewhere around 736, 737. I'm taking that trade. It just created a pretty big red candle at 732. So we're going to be kind of locked in on the charts here for a second. We'll keep talking about the segment, but don't want to miss this trade. Let's see. So guys, we just swept highs. There's a small fair value gap that's being formed at 6 a.m. depending on how this 7 a.m. candle closes. We're thinking that it's going to start heading towards that fair value gap around 740. I'll jump the gun a little bit if this fair value gap, so it just took a low, just had that CISD. We will put in our entry 26014. to 260225. So it's about 8. So we're going in 12 again. We'll wait a little bit. Gotta wait for this candle to close because it could wick up. So set our entry. Actually, we need to go in with 11. Yeah. Selling at 26.014. Stop loss at 26.023 for a buy. It's a 9-point stop loss. So we're going to have an 18-point target, which means our target will be, got to make sure we're at 11, 25,996. This is not financial advice, of course. I'm just putting out the trades that I'm doing. Looks like we're about to get filled. I might be jumping the gun a little bit on this, guys, because we're going from the high it just swept to the fair value gap that's forming at 6 a.m. And it's late enough in the hour for me to be able to take this trade because it created the first fair value gap after the high sweep with the CISD taking a low. So I'm willing to take this trade, but might be a little tight. Okay, so we just entered. We sold, so we're setting our orders on buy right now. We're good to go there. Let's see what we got. Okay, so at 26,005, we set our, we're at break even. So let's see if we can get there. Currently in the trade. Just kind of chilling, honestly. I'll start journaling it just so I can have a journal by the time I hop off this. Sorry, guys. Trading has been a lot more active this week, and so it's interrupted the stream a bit. But honestly, I kind of trade first, stream second. Unless I have call-ins or text-ins, then I'll try to focus on people. But we're hopping in this trade real quick. Or we're journaling this trade. It's really what we're doing. Let's see. Never finished journaling my last trade. I took the pictures and stuff, but didn't put it in the right folder. So I'm doing that. Then I'm pulling up the template so I can start journaling this other trade. Because there's some stuff I want to capture here kind of live in the moment. Okay, got a good push down. Haven't quite gotten to break even yet, but we will soon here. Unless it goes all the way back up on us, which they do that sometimes. Yeah, we were 1 point from break even. So this is going to be trade 5. Date we took it, 10/28. You guys got Halloween plans? Clear 1 hour draw. We swept the highs. And we were going to the 6 a.m. fair value gap that was in the process of forming. 1 minute entry on the fair value gap. It was first fair value gap, first bearish fair value gap after CISD. So we didn't really need the discount or premium. Need to drop a little more, and then we can move this to break even, which is what we love with every trade we get in. And when I say a little more, it's like 2 whole points. So we'll see if we get there. But really, if it drops those 2 points and gets me to break even, it's probably for sure going to target, because there's another low that's kind of stopping it. It's kind of bouncing off of. So if it takes that low, I would say we're good to go. But it is struggling. And when a trade goes like this, when it struggles like this, I don't like it nearly as much. But that's okay. We entered at 26.014.00. What time do we enter at? 7:35 a.m. Our stop loss is 26.023.00, or 26, I'm sorry. Our target is 25.996.00. Result, nothing. Entered before 7:40 a.m. when the fair value gap wasn't fully formed. This means the DLL wasn't super clear, but it was clear enough for me to enter. I mean, this thing looks like it just wants to drop, but you just never know. It can also pop up on me at any second. And we're going to hit trading view. Got to hit up NQ. Uh-oh. It's popping up on me a little bit there. We don't like that. I guess we can take the hour. We're going to record the hour right now, then we're going to take it to the 1 minute, and then we'll be back on stream with you guys a little bit. So this is the high we swept. Swept high. Headed to small bullish fair value gap at 6 a.m. And we're going to take a screenshot of this. Sorry, guys. Mid kind of journaling this trade. I'll be back in a second. Had an active trading week for sure. So this is trade 5 on the 1 hour. I head back to the 1 minute. Ooh, baby. We just hit break even. It's nice. So we just hit break even, and now we're gonna keep drilling this trade. So we can't lose money now. We can just get money, but they could also tag us out because this one's had some trouble, and this one is one that could tag us and go on to hit target, or it could just go straight to target right now, which would be nice. I need a mouse so bad for trading view purposes. Like, takes so long to zoom in. Okay. Where did I enter? 26014. 26014. Yeah, this one is might tag us. I don't know. This one's been struggling since we got in it though. So I wouldn't be surprised if it tagged us. That's okay. It always feels a little weird when you're so close to getting funded taking a trade. Like when my account's at break even and I'm taking a trade versus when I'm close to getting funded, it's like, man, this trade could have basically put me at funded. And so I think I feel a little bit more emotion towards this one, when really, guys, I should totally just be focused on chatting with you guys, chilling there. Like, this is at break even, so I can't lose money. I can only make money. So I should just focus on that and just be good to go there. We got it up though right now. Which is good to go. Let's see. All right. Let's see if we can get another segment in before we go. So what we just did was, yes, segment 15. And I think we had another segment that we didn't get to do yesterday that I'm happy to do today on community. I don't even think I finished talking about this segment though. Yeah, I think the offering help and the doing the unreasonable for people is clutch. Like, if you feel like you're doing life alone right now, just start loving people super well by doing the unreasonable for them, because it turns you from a taker to a giver, and that fills your life with people. Sometimes too much. You have to be careful how much you give, because people will just take. So you got to be careful who you give to. Don't give your pearls to pigs, but give your pearls to people who deserve the pearls, you know? And it's a lot more people than you think, because, like, while we were still sinners, you know, Jesus went and died for us. We definitely didn't deserve that. That's like grace at its finest, right? So that's what I wanted to talk about with that segment, and I will go on to the next segment that we were supposed to yesterday. See if I could find, because we edited it a little bit. Here we go. Better hook options is probably what it is. Nope. Oh, yes. Yes. Co-host gathering, segment 13. Is that what I'm looking at right now? I want segment 14. One second, I gotta do some engineering to this segment. One second. Let's focus on this segment. All right, here we go. Cooking. We're cooking. Okay. Cooking with fire. Give me 1 second, guys. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Shoot. All right, here we go. We gonna run this segment. I like this segment actually. Update on the trade, guys. We're currently up a little over 1R, probably 1.25 ish, 1.25 ish R, and it's headed towards target. We need it to move another 8 points for us to take target. It's still kind of struggling there. The lowest point it got to was 26,001, and it's at about 26,002 right now. So it's kind of back at its lowest point after hiking up 3 or 4 points. Yeah, trade's open. We're currently up $253, and it hovers between 225 and 253 and 200, and hopefully that hovering goes up to 300 and so on and so forth. But yeah, we'll see if 8 a.m. hits us at break even or takes us to target, because I think that's pretty much what we're waiting for at this point. We got 5 minutes there. That's probably when the big candle's coming. That's either going to drop us or take us to break even. Whichever is fine. We shouldn't lose too much money if we hit break even. If it blows past break even, we might lose a nominal amount of money, but it could blow us past our target and we make a bit more as well. While we're waiting on that, I'll give you guys the update. It's looking like it's going to hit us at break even. Gotta love that after being up $250. But I'm going to do this segment real quick and we'll kind of keep going from there. So this is about proximity. Kind of joining the same gym / hobby spot is the aspect for proximity, just sharing the ordinary aspects of your life. And that's how you do proximity. Like, you do more things together. And so the question here initially was, why am I always the only one at the gym rushing home to let my dog out? And I was like, that's for dog parents specifically. I feel like I want to make this one more vague, more general. And so it's like, why does it feel like everyone already has their group except me? That's the question I want to answer. And I think a lot of people feel that way. So I'm going to jump into that real quick. You don't need 100 new friends, just the right 3 who make showing up feel easy. So many people feel lonely because they go wide with relationships instead of deep. And inviting people into your everyday life creates the connection moments that take community to the next level. And here are 3 sayings that help me remember that. The first, shared routines become shared lives. Community grows faster when you anchor it to what you're already doing. The second is life feels bigger, not busier. When you get the right people into your life, they're not adding to your to-do list. They're making ordinary moments that are worth staying for, that are worth remembering. And the third is that familiar faces creates real belonging. Familiar faces, real belonging. When you see the same people in the same places over and over again, trust builds naturally. There's no need for awkward icebreakers because we're showing up and we're doing the thing consistently together. And I want to close with this. Community doesn't happen because you try harder. It happens because you stay longer. So that's that segment. Guys, I really like that segment, actually. We'll talk about it for the next 3 minutes or so while we wrap up the stream, give you guys an update on the trade that we're in. But yeah, this segment is cool because of the sayings, really. Like, life feels bigger, not busier. Like, when you have the right people in your life, you may have a busy, full life, but it may be energizing. Like, a lot of people are drained at work, drained with their spouse, drained with their kids. And it's like, if you set up your life, communicate, set boundaries, cast a vision. Without a vision, the people perish. Like, when you let people be the right people with your boundaries and with your communication, and then you invite the right people into your life, stuff gets more energizing. And I love that. Community grows faster when you anchor it to what you're already doing. This is something I've tried to crack with just like the whole like going viral, Mr. Beast, like building community. If I want to build world-class community, what does world-class community look like? And how can I just build it? Like, let me just build it. Let me document the process and then invite people along for the journey. And so that's kind of what I'm focused on right now, because Mr. Beast does these crazy things. He's like, yeah, I'll go stay in the desert for 7 days. And it's like, what if we just did that level of crazy thing, but it was for building community, because those are just crazy things. They get clicks. I'll probably never get that many clicks, but what I can do is for people who care about rallying people to do something important, interdependence towards the goal. I can rally people to do something important that is crazy in a short amount of time, kind of run that challenge on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. And if I can actually do it or give it a meaningful shot, it'll, I think, resonate with a lot of people who like community and who want to connect with more dog parents and who want to help raise the standard of living across the world to middle-class America so that everybody has more than enough food, shelter, water, safety. So anyway, that's some of the stuff I'm thinking about. I need to text my VA this other clip, which was like, oh, man. Jessica, I think I missed your comment. Sorry, I thought I was the only one on here. Let's see. Host a cute Halloween dog costume contest in your dog group. $10 Venmo for the winner. I like that, actually. I like that a lot. Just have them submit on a post. It's low effort since you are not hosting an event. Oh my gosh, Jessica, that is such a good idea. Yeah, I'll stay on the stream a little bit longer for that. Because I just want to take time. Jessica, that is a great idea. Because I've been thinking about posts that I can make to make it more engaging. And it's like, cute Halloween dog costume in your dog group, $10 Venmo for the winner. Just have them submit on a post. It's low effort since you are not hosting an event. Yes, no, that's so good. Great way to engage them for a small amount of money. That's low effort for me, and I can turn around, because my first thing was like, hey, I don't know if I can turn around that quickly, but yes, I can. I can go make the post today, which I will do. Thank you, Jessica. I'll let you know how it goes on the stream on either Friday or Saturday, post Halloween or by Halloween, and maybe we'll share some of the pictures on the stream. So thank you for that idea. It was such a good one. I literally forgot what I was saying because I saw your kind of comment in the middle of what I was saying, but great idea. And for those curious, I did get tagged at break even. So that trade did not go on to make money. It just went on to hit break even. Didn't lose any money though. Total $2.56 gain because of commissions and small break even and so on and so forth. And then it went on to go get stopped out on the way. So there you go. That's pretty crazy. 8 a.m. going wild. 8 a.m. going wild. All right, guys, that's what we got for the stream. Jessica, thanks so much for that idea. Wouldn't that be a good interaction? I agree it would be a good interaction. People would keep coming back to see the other dogs and see how their dog is doing, or the members could vote on the other dogs. Yeah, I think it'll be like make a post and have your members, everybody vote based on like likes or comments or most engaged post wins type of vibe. So it can be a community voting system. I like that a lot. But I do have to run. Jessica, thank you for that idea. I'm going to make a note of that right now. But I will see everybody tomorrow on stream.